Day, Sir Prentice was dropping off his son Baxter for his school's science fair. Daddy, I'm worried. About what, Baxter? What if nobody likes my science project? Baby, your science project looks amazing. I think you'll win first prize. You really believe that? Of course I do. You're my son, and I love you very much. Now, have a nice day at school and win that prize. But also, if you don't win, son, that's normal. You'll always be number one to me. Really? Mm-hmm. And his father gave him a kiss. Mwah. Bye-bye, son. Bye-bye, Daddy. And Baxter went into the school, and he had his science project. And his father left the school, and he said, I hope my little boy wins, because he's very smart. And then he left the school, and he was very worried at first, because he never really left Baxter alone to do something. Anyway, Baxter was waiting at his desk when the teacher called him, and Baxter said, I made a diorama of the ocean, and I drew the picture of an anglerfish. Well, of course, because I am one. And the bullies started to laugh. Hey, aren't you the son of Sir Prentice? Yeah, why? This is a stupid science project. And they threw it on the ground and smashed it into a million pieces. No, I worked so hard on that. I worked so hard. It took me all day and all night. 3 days. Baxter said, crying and crying and crying. But the bully said, oh, we're not done with you yet. And they threw him into a garbage can and kicked him down the stairs and bit his arm. Ow! And the principal saw everything and he said, Baxter, are you alright? No, they broke my science project and picked on me. And when the principal heard that, he said, both of you are suspended. Suspended? You can't suspend us. Yes, I can, and I just did. But, go to the class and pack your stuff. You're leaving. Don't worry, little one. I'll get your father. And when Sir Prentice got to the school, he said, Baxter, baby, are you alright? No, Dad. I got picked on and my science project is destroyed. Oh, baby, I'm sorry, I failed. Baby, you're more important to me than a science project. I am? Yes. And you can rebuild your diorama some other time. Come on, let's get you home. And then his father fixed him up and fixed up the cuts and everything and gave him a bath. Baxter was crying and he said, Baby, what's wrong? I worked so hard on that project, Dad. I want to rebuild it and re-enter it in science fair. Please? Alright, we can rebuild your science project. Really? Thank you, Dad. Alright, let me just dry you off. Oh, there's my clean little fish. And wrap up your arms. And put a sling on you. And then they started to rebuild the project. And it was even better than before. And then they got in the car and drove to the school full speed. And they got there just in time for the science fair. And the judge was looking at all the project. And he couldn't decide which one to put the blue ribbon on. And Baxter said, I hope I win, I hope I win, I hope I win, I hope I win, Dad. Baby, winning's not everything. I know, Dad, but I worked so hard on it. I know you did. And then, when the judge was about to leave, he said, Oh my, and who made this beautiful project? I did, sir. Oh, the small inventor son of Sir Pentious? Yes, I am Baxter Pentious, and I am 5 years old, and I made this science project with the help of my daddy, who is also an inventor, and I am very proud. And Sir Pentious cried, My baby, my little one. And the judge said, Well, with so much confidence and so much spirit and so much effort, little Baxter, you win first prize. I do? Yay, I won first prize. Daddy, look. Oh, I'm so proud of you, son. I won. Haha, in your faces, bullies. I won. Son, that's rude. Sorry. I won. Yay! And Baxter ran to the car and he was so happy. I won. Okay, son, you don't have to be prideful about it. I'm sorry, Dad. I was just so happy. I know you are, and I'm very proud. And I guess that means we're getting an award. And then he took him to the clothes store, and he said, Sir, where are the lab coats? Oh, right in that aisle over there. Daddy, what are we doing here? You're getting your own lab coat, son. I am? Yay! Okay, which one you want? We got the blue one, the green one, and the white one. Green. Okay. Oh, $5. Are you sure, Baxter? Yes. Okay, I'll buy it. And then later that evening at bedtime, Baxter was just jumping on the bed. Jump. And his father said, Son, time to calm down now. Okay, Dad, I'm sorry. It's alright. I know you're happy, aren't you? Now where to put the blue ribbon? Above my bed, Daddy. Okay. And now it's time for my little fishy to go to sleep. But I'm so hyper. I know you are. And then his dad came back with a bottle of milk, and it had some sleeping medicine in it. And he said, Come back to coming, Daddy. And he put it in his mouth, and little Baxter began to suck on it. And then, after a while of drinking sleepy milk, he got really tired and fell asleep in his father's arms. And he said, Oh, baby, I'm so proud. And Baxter was sound asleep, but he held on to his daddy's finger and fell asleep. And Sir Pentious put him in his little bed and said, Sweet dreams, baby. And he wrapped the blanket around him and gave him a kiss. And Baxter said, Daddy? Yes, baby? I love you so much. Oh, I love you too, baby. With all my heart. Alright, son, now it's time to close those eyes. Okay. And then finally, his son fell asleep. And the next morning, his father said, "Here you go, son, some fresh blueberry pancakes." "Thank you." And when he got to school, the bullies were so terrified of him, they didn't even pick on him. And when he got home that day, he said, "Daddy, nobody picked on me." "That's wonderful, son." The end.